Okay, hello everybody and welcome to our Zoom Monday night Team Fearless call. It's so great to see all your beautiful faces. I love seeing that. And yes, it's Monday. It's workout day. Actually, every day is a workout day. But I do the hardest things on Mondays, and that is trying to do as much as I possibly can. So when you see me on Mondays, this is what you get. All right. Okay, so welcome again. It is February 22nd, and our call tonight is going to be full of some great stuff. Instead of trying to take notes, I'm going to ask you to sit back and relax and just take it all in, because after the call, I already have the notes compiled from Kurt Beavers from his website that I'm going to send directly to you via email so that you don't have to try to write everything down. Okay? So just sit back and relax. And I'm going to go to screen share in just a minute and get this call started. So thank you again for being here. Okay. Can you all see the red letters that say attitude? Somebody say yes.
Nope.
Nope.
Not yet?
Not yet.
What do you see, Jan?
I see you scrolling around up there as circle running. It says you have started screen sharing, but of course that's it.
I see the pictures at the top.
You do see the pictures at the top? Okay, now do you see attitude?
Nope. Somebody might, but that's because the bus stops at them first.
Do you see the page pulled up on a Word document that says attitude?
No, Rhonda, all it says is Rhonda Hubbard has started screen sharing with a black screen.
With the black screen, okay. Well, it's on my screen, it's just not on
There
yours.
you go.
There it is.
There it is.
Right, there you go.
Okay, so you see the word attitude.
We can't hear you, Rhonda.
Can you hear me now?
It's a little better.
Barely.
Barely. Okay, I changed nothing here. How about now?
Well, you changed something well. Did it?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's get started then. If you take a look at your screen, you're going to see, and keep in mind, we can still see you on the screen unless I just take it away. Let me just take it away. Okay, there we go. How about this? Let's check out our attitude first. And this pretty much is just saying don't judge people, right? Assume nothing as you're going out there to share the message of the Juice Plus health message and our franchise. Assume nothing, because you never know. You never know. I have heard such amazing stories last week from you all, right? Just from our team about what's happened because you didn't judge and you went out there and you invited one more time, or you showed up face to face. And when you show up, what do? We smile and we look them in the eye, right? Because here's what I do know, that when you're coming from your heart and you're sincere about this message of better health and a better way with our franchise, people trust you. They buy into you, okay? They absolutely buy into you. They trust you, so yes, they're gonna order Juice Plus, and they join us because of the trust they have with you. And then they start having that positive experience, right? And from that positive experience, they become a raving fan. And through that raving fan, they're most likely going to join your mission and be a part of your team. So continue to be passionate, inquisitive, courageous, and sometimes that courage only takes 20 seconds sometimes, right? That 20 seconds of courage and focus, and then build their trust. That's what we do. So let's go over some opening conversations, because I think this is really helpful here, this piece. Opening conversations. When you're in an environment, You're looking around. You're doing something, right? You're at a ball game. You're at a church event. You're just out living life. Look at your surroundings, right? Look at what's happening around them, the people, their kids. So notice how you can open up a conversation by what is happening around you. Maybe even complimenting people, right? In a sincere way, complimenting on clothing or something unique about them. Ask general getting to know you questions. I know there was a young lady behind me in the grocery store, and I always check out what's in people's baskets, don't you? Am I the only one that does that? And I just, casually said, wow, you look like you're really taking good care of yourself, because she had a lot of good produce and a lot of good choices in her cart. So it led to a great conversation, and this all happened in the checkout aisle. A great conversation right into getting a name and a phone number to follow up. Okay, so that's how you can open up a conversation. Look at the next set of letters. Goal of your interaction. Determine whether the person is a suspect or a true prospect. All right, because we're not out there being stalkers, right? We don't want to be stalking people, but we want to see if they're really interested. Do you want to see, would you be open to getting some education to see if this is a fit for you? Discover whether they're aware of their need for better nutrition and whether they are willing to do something about it. And that comes from asking some good questions. And I've asked Donna Masson to join me here tonight, and Julia Ann Smith, out of Missouri and out of New York here, to help with these questions. So they're going to be sharing a little bit about that. So what do? You set an appointment for you to show them a video, or just to follow up from them watching a video, right? Or come to a presentation this Thursday night, or go to their home if they're open to it. And you sit on their couch and you can properly show them what Juice Plus is. Okay, here's a transition to Juice Plus. You look like you take care of yourself. Do you work out regularly? That's a pretty decent question, don't you think? Or here's my question. I use this a lot in the grocery store. I noticed you're buying a lot of produce today. Are you health conscious? And how do you like working here? Have you been here, or how long have you been working here? When you're going to a store, or you're wherever you are, right? The license bureau or a medical office, just getting into relationship with people. And here's something that I want to share with you that just happened this weekend. Emily Pogue called me, and she had this story to share with me. She was so impressed with the customer service that she got at a retail store out of town when she was shopping, that she went right back into the store. She went out to her car, she got her business cards and her information, and she went right back in, and she said, I really appreciated your service and I liked your personality. My company is growing and looking for people like you. Would you be open to meeting with me to see if you would be interested in what I do? So guess who's coming to the Tuesday night call with Emily tomorrow night? Okay, yeah, the girl in the shop. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over. Maybe if it'll let me click here. Okay, Donna. I've asked Donna to come on here tonight, you guys, to share a little bit about the FESS up questions. And so what am I saying here? I'm saying FESS and UP, FESS up questions. Somehow I got a color here. Let me put this back. Hang on. Okay, so Donna is going to be sharing us a little bit about the FESS up questions. And if you notice that FESS up really is just the letters, right? FESSUP. And she's going to share with us the opening line, and then what are some good questions we can use as we're having conversations with others. Okay, Donna?
Well, the F is for fitness. So especially with me getting ready to have another birthday, one of the things I like to say is, man, as I'm getting older, I notice I'm paying more and more attention to my health. How about you? Do you work out regularly? I wasn't even able to work out a year ago. And after I got started on this product, I have been able to do that on a consistent basis. Would you be open to hearing a little bit about that? So that's the F, talks about fitness a little bit. The E talks more about your energy. Are you satisfied with the energy that you have after you work out? You get tired in the afternoons or in the evenings? Well, what do you typically do for an energy boost? So that opens us up to be able to talk about our shakes, our protein bars, and that sort of thing. The S is for sleep. You consistently get 7 or 8 hours of complete rest every night. Or would you consider yourself slightly sleep deprived? That's what I get mostly when I talk to people, is they are sleep deprived. Or how about sugar and salt cravings? Would you say that you have a sweet tooth? Do you consume foods like soda and chips, crackers, candy daily? Do you wish you could magically just give up your favorite food or drink? So all of those are leading questions into some of the products that we have. And today I actually had a really good opportunity to talk to a whole waiting room full of people at the doctor's office. And just sitting and listening to them talk about prescription medicine and cholesterol drugs. It was a heart doctor office, so they were all talking about circulation issues and cholesterol and that sort of thing. And I just said, hey, I can't help but overhear what you guys are talking about. Can I give you one of my cards? And it just opened up a whole bunch of conversation between me and about 5 other ladies right there in the office. And so we talked about the product, and we talked about produce and how it goes bad. And so I've got several names to call back on. They've all got my cards. And then whenever I went into the room to have my stress test, I was able to talk to each of the different people that waited on me, the ones that were doing my stress test, the ones that were doing my echocardiogram and my, just all that stuff. And then even to the doctor. So I actually made 11 contacts today.
Wow, Donna, that's awesome. And hopefully you have names and phone numbers and you're ready to follow up, right?
That's right.
Okay, you guys, so these questions work. I was introduced to these questions in the beginning of this journey, and I absolutely use them. Sometimes I will be on just making phone calls, and I'll have these printed out, and I'll just start asking questions. And so an opening line, if I went back to the top here, just because an opening line could be, hey, I'm really excited. I just started my own wellness franchise, and I have no idea if you would be interested in what I offer. May I ask you a few questions to see if there might be a fit? And then you go into those FESS up questions, right? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking too. Some of you that are on social media, and what a great post this would be, right? So I'm so excited. I started my own health and wellness franchise. I don't know if you're open to learning about this or not. Would you help me out with these questions? And then post maybe maybe not more than one. Post maybe 3 to 5 questions, right? Pick one out of the fitness category, one out of the energy category, and maybe just post a few questions and see what kind of answers you get. Or maybe pick out one question if you'd like. But I'm thinking that could be a great social media post right there to create some curiosity. Okay, so we're going to transition over because we know how important that is, and to ask the right questions, right? And so I've asked Julia Ann if she would join us tonight in this next piece in continuing, because we did the FESS part, we didn't do the up part, the UP. And so we know that transitioning and affirmation should sound something like this. So Julia Ann, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. So after asking those initial questions, then we can transition into making them think more about themselves and how, this Juice Plus might benefit them. So what I'm hearing is that you aren't 100% satisfied with your fitness, or you wish you had more energy and better sleep. And it would be nice if you could magically kick your soda habit. And is that a fair statement? And then let them talk about what issues that they're having, and what they'd like to see improve. And then also find out about their family for the child health study. So just ask them if they have any children and are you concerned about their health? And tell me more about that. And then let them just share about their family. And you can learn a lot about their concerns for their kids and all that just by asking and listening. So the U is for you, as in making them think about themselves. On a scale of 1 to 10, how willing are you to look at a solution that could help you make these desired changes? Sorry, I have a cat underneath my computer. It's like bouncing it around. Or you could ask, are you open to taking a look at a credible program that could help you make these changes easier? Or are you willing to take 15 to 20 minutes to learn more about something that could make a serious impact on these areas? And I know just asking people if they would just take a few minutes to look at it is the best way to approach people, rather than being pushy. It just lets them be able to decide and kind of be in control of their decision and helps keep that relationship open and helpful, and less tense if you ask people questions as opposed to just telling. So that's something that I've learned in the process. And then the last thing, the P is for pay. Is your health enough of a priority that you would invest? You know, it says $68.50, but I think it's like $71.25 a month. A little over $2 a day to look and feel better. And I know on that, I have a friend who I was hesitant to share Juice Plus with because I assumed she didn't have the money to pay for the Juice Plus, and so I almost didn't share it with her. And so I really learned through this whole process of not prejudging people and what they're willing to spend on their health. And so I shared with her, and she actually became a customer and was able to get her child on a child health study. So people do find value in Juice Plus and being able to be healthier.
That is so true. People do find time and they find money to do what they want to do. Excuse me. And the longer that you stick around and the more people that you talk to, you will be convinced as that as well. I promise you that. So thank you, Donna, for sharing the FESS part. And thank you, Julia Ann, for sharing the up part of that, the FESS up. Okay, so why did I choose Donna and Julianne? Well, biggest reason I chose these is because they have a huge customer base. They are both growing customer bases. They both have qualified businesses, and they're growing their business every month. And so I know that they're already using some of these questions, and I know they're doing something right? Because they are getting results, just like many of you are getting results. And I thought, wow, we haven't talked about the FESS up questions in quite a while. And how many of you would like them on your in your email box? Would you just like to have a copy of this so that you can refer back to it? Okay, I know you're saying yes, so I'm going to make sure that happens right after this call tonight, that you'll get a copy of that. Okay? All right, so I'm going to finish up here. Let's see. I'm going to finish up by just reading a little bit more about making the appointment. Okay, so if you all would just, let me come back to our screen here. There you are. Can you all see the screen on the side?
No.
Not yet? Okay. And Tammy, I have not forgotten about you. I'm just kind of shaking things up a little bit tonight, okay? And I have not forgotten about you. So we will absolutely get back to the story, and we will absolutely get back to the mission-driven model tip of the day. So what I want to share with you is that Jan and I were doing connection calls tonight, and we had an experience where we were doing a customer care survey, right? The customer questionnaire. And I know Jan was writing this down because I was too. I was writing it on my genealogy report, because when I'm on the phone with you guys, or when your sponsor's on the phone with you, your sponsor is taking notes on that genealogy report, so that when we come back next Monday and Jan tells me something about Chris or that customer, you know, I can refer back to those notes and know exactly who he's talking about and what's going on there. So the situation was, we were inviting her to the next event, which is Thursday night. She's a brand new customer, and she is so stinking tired when she gets home from her 10-hour days that she has to go to bed. She can't do much of anything else. And so we listened, right? And I said, what are you expecting from Juice Plus? Why, you know, what are the benefits you're hoping to experience? More energy was number one, right? And just to feel better. So then I asked her another question. What would you do with that extra energy? And boy, did she get excited. She started talking about, let's see, I wrote it down, about going to a writing class at the library. She started talking about cleaning house and cleaning out some closets. And those are some things that she would like to do if she had more energy. So those are the things, that's the biggest reason why we want to be taking notes and doing great customer care, like we've talked about in the past, right? And we always talk about, because it's that important that when Jan does that next follow-up call next month, right, he can say, so how's that writing class at the library going? Have you, do you have the energy now to go take that class? And she's going to be so impressed that he actually listened and that he remembered. And he didn't really remember because he wrote it down on the customer questionnaire, right? And stuck it in the file folder, or however you keep your file system together with customers. So I just had to share that story because that's fun. Okay, so after the FESS Up questions, after we do a really good job of introducing Juice Plus to someone, and they're open to hearing more about it, just like Donna went out as she was living life today and talked to, I think she said 11 people. That's a lot of conversations, but if you know Donna, that's not a lot of conversations for Donna. And that's a compliment, Donna, by the way. Okay, so making that appointment is such a big deal, okay? Tammy Shaw, you're making me sleepy over there yawning. That's contagious. Do you know that? Okay, so just making the appointment, you know, letting people know. I mean, think about it. When you go to your dentist or your hairdresser or wherever you go, they make the next appointment with you, don't they? They do. Before leaving the office, you make the next appointment. So here's a little script that you're going to find in your email box to go along with this. Great. I have some time this Tuesday or Thursday afternoon, or possibly Wednesday morning. Which one of those times works best for you? Would you prefer that I call you or text you? And give people that respect of their communication, right? Okay, so the follow-up is the fortune. Absolutely. Had I had all these conversations all these years and then just kind of let it go and didn't do the follow-up, there would be no way we would be experiencing all this team success today. So thank you for listening. And Donna and Julie Ann, thank you for helping with that training tonight. And we're going to go into hearing a story tonight. Donna's going to share her story. It's a pretty awesome story. If you guys can hang on just a little longer. And then Tammy's going to share the mission-driven model tip of the day. All right, Donna, why don't you go first?
Well, my story starts 30 years ago whenever I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia when I was working at a grocery store. I was hurt at the grocery store and had to take off until I could be released from my doctor to go back to work, which I never was. They never could really figure out for sure what it was. So over the course of 10 years, I tried a lot of different nutritional supplements. I had to get rid of the prescription supplements because that was about to kill me. But when I started on the natural supplements, I thought I was doing the best I could do. I went back to work, was working a couple days a week, and really thought I was doing well. I had about 8 different people that tried to get me, about 3 different people over 8 years that tried to get me to try Juice Plus, and I just really thought I was doing the best I could do. So finally, after all those years, Tammy, my sister, started on Juice Plus and told me how good it was for her. And so I told her once I finished up what I was using, I would try it, which I did. So it's been 1 year, just this week, 1 year ago that I started, and I have been able to walk consistently, ride a bicycle. And even this week, I started running a quarter of a mile, walking a half a mile around the lake. So my energy level is increasing, my endurance is increasing, and I feel better at almost 59 than I did at 29. So that's pretty doggone good.
Wow, that's fantastic. And yes, we are celebrating you, Donna, for a year, celebrating flooding your body with these fruits and vegetables. And look at the people that you've helped along the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. And okay, Miss Tammy, how about that mission-driven tip of the day?
I think the tip that I would like to leave is just the creating the raving fan. I like it mostly because even if you don't have a large customer base, making and creating that raving fan is building it. And I have a couple I know that I love talking to them every week. And the biggest thing I think is some of them aren't on social media. And so I have to do a lot of the texting with them. And I think that's really important. And this part of the funnel shows you that. You know, you don't have to be on the social media. You can do it by texting. And that's the way I do with these two in particular a lot. And the weight loss that they've been able to, you know, work out and just everything. And I just like that part of it, of creating the raving fan.
Awesome. Thank you for that. That's excellent customer care, Tammy Armin. When you create that raving fan, I mean, that's excellent customer care. And you're right. Even if the customer base is not big yet, it's going to be growing, because when you or when I go out and do great customer care, guess what? Those customers are going to tell the people they sit with at church, or the people they sit with in the bleachers at the sports banquet, or whatever it might be, right, going on.
Right. And they can count on you to help them out.
Exactly. And guess what? It's going to go the opposite direction too. If we're not taking good care of our customers, it's not just going to hurt the person not doing it. It hurts our whole community, right?
Right.
That's right. So we want to make sure we're taking good care of those customers, because they do trust us. They absolutely do trust us. Okay, you guys. So any final thoughts on tonight's call, FESS Up questions? I know I'm going to send them out to you on email. Any questions at all? Oh, you guys already know all that, right? Is anybody looking at Pam Crummett and Pat tonight going, wow, that looks like the same person? Because I keep looking at them. They're twin sisters, in case you haven't met them. I think that's so fun.
You got us so relaxed, we don't have any questions.
Okay, fantastic. All right, you guys, so thanks for being here. I always welcome your input. So if there's something that you would like to learn more about, or let's say you're having a challenge with some area to keep, that you want to sharpen to move forward, let me know what that is so I can make that the topic on these Monday night calls. I want you to find so much value in this that you will go hide out anywhere in the house to get on this call, no matter what you have to do or who you have to get away from. I want this call to be so valuable that you will make a point to be here. Okay, thanks so much and have a great night, everybody.